I think I clicked mine for 4 years. Just zoom out a bit. Alright. Okay. See if I still got it. To all the good people all around the world, you are tuning in, listening to, absorbing, consuming, retaining, eating, drinking, and breathing the best podcast in the world today, and we are just getting started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 14 of Unlocking Your Potential Excellence. Can I get a round of applause one time? See, this podcast is about bringing awareness to various topics and issues to help guide and educate the mind so everyone can find their potential to be excellent in this world. And again, I am joined by my fellow co-founder. Please give it up for Tevin Wellington. Make some noise for Tevin one time. Make some noise for Tevin one time. Make some noise for Tevin one time. Tevin, make some noise for Tevin one time. Tevin, make some noise for Tevin one time.
Nah.
Crazy? Alright, bet. What you say?
Him.
No one likes you?
Nah, no one likes him. No, not
No
me.
one likes
Tevin.
you? That's no one likes Tevin.
Yeah,
Then who are you?
not
then?
me, not me.
Then who are you?
It's a good question.
Crazy.
I didn't think that.
I mean, since you're here, you might as well be part of the podcast. So listen up. I'm gonna ask you one very important question. How are you?
I'm good, fam. I'm good.
You good?
Chilling.
Any bad thing that happened recently? Any good thing that happened recently?
Nah. Nothing really bad. Nothing really good per se. I'm just chilling. I constantly live at a neutral, so nothing really exciting to say. Nothing really exciting to
Neutral
think about.
life.
What about
so
you?
like, me, how am I doing?
Yeah,
how am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm
Got a
doing
fresh
pretty
haircut,
good,
though.
you know. Yeah. You noticed it. You noticed it.
That looks like
You noticed it. I didn't know if you noticed. I wasn't.
Oh, this guy
I
looks
wasn't
like
too
great
sure.
Tevin Brian. Looks like a
Oh
insane.
my gosh. Well, you know, I guess you could say I'm back and better than ever. See what I did there? Cause I'm back
Nah, I didn't see it.
from past.
I didn't
You didn't see it?
I didn't see
Should
it.
I get you some glasses?
Nah.
No, okay. Listen. Anyway, I'm doing very, 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 very good. You know, life is good right now. Got like what 4.5 weeks of summer left. So you know, we're gonna make it count. We're gonna be productive. I'm really happy for the free time. Nothing bad happened recently. Life is good right now. I'm blessed. What about your femmes?
Shout out to Drake.
Your financial.
And Future. Life is good.
What about
Physically.
your financial? 1 to 3.
Oh, neck.
Financially. This guy just skipped 4 of them. Oh my god.
I skipped all
You're
of them
rusty
straight
too.
to physically. Financially, I'm doing good. Chilling. Balancing my income. Not really spending too much. Mostly saving, investing in markets of stocks.
Socks?
Yeah.
Invested in stocks? Crazy. You
Yeah.
guys invested in stocks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Funnily enough, I don't
Emotionally,
really- not really
fam.
too much.
Those
Oh,
relationships.
emotionally?
What are those relationships say? 1 to 3.
Most of my relationships, I would say all of my relationships are pretty good. None of my relationships are one-sided.
Yeah, you know, man.
Except for this one guy, this Brian guy, he's trash. Just mad annoying for no reason. Bro, when we went to Hamilton, bro, he had all the shorties on him. But, nah, that was fine though. Other than Brian being annoying and just gloating about all the endless amounts of shorties he had on him in Hamilton, I think I've been chilling. Just that guy's been getting me down recently. But everything else is on the up and up, you know? Yeah. Oh, continue, fam. What do you think it's going?
Mentally. How are you? Are you?
Why are you stuttering?
I'm gonna kill you.
Wait, hurry up, fam.
Mentally, are you able to retain and apply constructive criticism from others? Are you allowing negativity from people to consume you whole, or are you giving yourself negativity to consume yourself whole?
I don't think I've ever approached the question like this. I want to approach it like this now. Um, I criticize myself continuously. Like there's no one more critical about myself than me. I am constantly one of those people to second guess something I said, something I did, to analyze whether it was the right choice for the moment in time. So that's probably, you could probably tell that based on my reactions to what other people have to say about me. Limited amount of times. I'm not gonna act like a lot of people criticize me. A lot of people don't. I'm not that popular to be criticized by a lot of people. But the little 1-2 times I have received it hasn't really been that deep. Some of them were deep. Not gonna lie, not with a stone. But majority for the 99th percentile, nah, those don't affect me. So.
Okay, that sounds good. Physically, man. How's that body? How's that appearance? The skincare, healthcare, hair care.
Skincare, always blessed. I don't know what a pimple is. Doesn't happen to me. Can't relate.
Crazy.
Hair care.
Crazy.
Hair care. I've been taking care of my hair, growing it out for a year. A year coming in a couple of weeks. I'm growing out my hair for an entire year. Getting pretty long, getting up there. My body-wise, like physically, like my body-wise, I've been starting to getting into the routine of working out 2 times a day. Making sure I do it every day. Been bike riding a couple times, getting my cardio back up there.
Crazy. This guy's on his fitness grind.
Yeah.
Crazy. Spiritually, man, we don't talk too much about religion because that could get crazy. But let's just say, how are you seeing the unknown? Like, do you have someone to look up to high above in the skies and be like, do you got me or do you not got me? Are you looking into the unknown and be like, yo, I can conquer this future goal because I got people or spirits or whatever supporting me on my path? Or are you always pessimistic? Are you optimistic for your future? Are you pessimistic? What's going on in your head right now?
I don't know where spirits came from. That's mud. But I mean,
spiritual religion. So I gotta somewhat indirectly tie.
Plural. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, spirits. Yeah, spirits.
Nah, singular, fam.
Singular? Oh, crazy. Okay. Singular.
Only do with one guy, fam. And that one guy got my back. He's been getting me for 18 years now. Been guiding me for 18 years now.
You're 18? Oh, you're a big man now, huh?
Then what are you? An elderly person?
Nah, I thought you were still 12 still.
12. If I'm 12 and I'm this big, you should feel sad about yourself.
I feel happy about myself. Self-love.
What do you mean? If I'm 12 and I'm taller than you.
So, and if I'm 19 and I'm shorter than you.
Oh, sure. Got me there. Still.
Exactly.
That's a good mentality to have. Take notes. Self-love and self-care. I couldn't get into his head. Yeah, spiritually is good. Been reading the Bible pretty much daily. Been reading biblical novels written by biblical scholars, reading articles, going to Bible class, stuff like that. Chilling. But now that I've said my piece, how you doing with the fem's life, fam? Financially, what you saying?
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, my turn this right?
We run. Don't waste the time.
Okay, financially. Ooh, okay, let's see. I've been still not working because, unprecedented times, but I've been doing a lot of volunteer stuff, been a part of a lot of programs. This does not feel like a summer vacation. It feels like a summer workcation. So I've been doing some very busy, occupied stuff, good stuff, which is good. So I'm always working on my own skills. So that's a 3. Emotionally, that's next, right? F-E. That's next, right? Crazy. Okay, emotionally, relationships. Man, all my relationships are amazing. I got all my good friends, good family. All that's good. Don't add on to that. Mentally, man. Criticism with myself. No, I'm not. Okay, I am criticizing myself, but for constructive reasons. I am a bit too hard on myself at times, but that's how the self-growth happens. You gotta put a lot of pressure on yourself so you can become a diamond and shine bright like it. You see what I did there? Shout out to Rihanna. Constructive criticism from others. I can take constructive criticism from others. I don't really get that often. So either that's really, really good or really, really bad. But when I do get it, I'm always open ears. And negativity from others. Again, blessed. Don't really put myself in that scenario. Don't really put myself in those positions to be negative with other people. So I have been blessed to not receive a lot of negativity. But again, my mentality is too strong. I can't be affected by these sheep trying to hurt a lion. You feel me?
Over 9,000.
My lion medulla oblongata. You feel me? What's next? Physically? Physically is next, no?
Mentally, which means physically.
Mentally.
Next. Why do I keep thinking physically?
Crazy. Look at you.
F? I keep thinking this. I don't know where I got this from. I don't know what happened. We've been doing this for how long? I don't know what happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second year civil engineer.
Hey, gang. I am what I am, fam. And I am a civil engineer, so it is what it is.
I read it. That strong mentally. Talk your ish. That's what the cool kids say, no?
Indeed.
Oh, crazy. Okay, physically, let's see.
I don't know how you got that information. Should be a shit.
Body care, man. I be taking care of my body. So, skin care, you already know. Putting on the do-rag, moisturizing the head top. Whatever's left of the head top.
The eagle-eyed among you will actually see that Brian's skin is approximately 60% clearer. The eagle-eyed among you, approximately 60%. I don't know where I got that number from, but I feel my calculation is accurate. Continue.
But hey, engineer, listen, I've been taking care of my skin, man. I'm trying to get that clear skin all 2020. You know, trying to take care of my body, working out again. I'm sore. My body feels heavy, but it feels stronger, which is good. Again, if my kid does not come out with a super healthy body or $1 million, literally born into this world with a debit card with $1 million and a healthy body, then I did not work hard as a kid myself.
I don't see where the
Listen, let me explain.
Because I don't think you know how genetics work. Genetics are shared.
You're
not you're not spawning a child by yourself. You're half of that child. I don't think just because you're fit.
Okay.
Doesn't mean your child will be fit. It has a higher likelihood to be fit, but I don't think that's a guarantee you should put on your child. So I don't think you should pressure your child to be anything they don't want to be. I feel like it's very toxic and negative of you right now. You're pressuring your child to be something else. What if a child doesn't want to be fit? What if a child doesn't want to have $1 million? What if the child wants $1 billion? Why are you limiting your child? Put a B on that. Take out the M.
See, the thing is, right? When a butterfly started to fly, right?
I already noticed about to be something next up.
Spiritually. Man, I've been reading the Bible all the time. Praying in the morning, praying in the night. Always grateful, gratitude, perspective. That's running through my body every day, all day. Never pessimistic about my future goals, future life. I'm patient at times, but I gotta remain patient because I know all great things take time. So I'm good. So that's a 3. Everything's a 3. 3 out of 3.
I read it.
Perfect score.
I read it. Everything's a 2.99999 for me. Approximately.
Oh, crazy. Always improving.
Yeah.
Always improving, huh?
Approximately.
Always improving.
Okay, let's go right into it.
Right into the podcast.
It's a very interesting podcast, you know. We crowdsourced a couple of points that other people would think would be appropriate for this time. We included our opinions in there, of course, naturally. We just wanted to make sure that it was an accurate representation of those around us, those we hold dear, and what they want to have talked about. So hefty podcast. Brian, what is your definition of racism?
Crazy. My definition?
Yes.
Belittling someone's worth based on a genetic appearance.
Okay, based on race. Okay. kind of a arbitrary, like, convoluted way, a roundabout way to say that, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Your definition.
Off the top of my head.
Your definition is actually, I want to say more in line with what the definition was last year, but the definition in the Oxford Dictionary recently changed. And I found this out yesterday when I was doing research for this topic.
Wait.
Found that mad interesting. The definition switched.
Wait.
The definition used to
It
be.
change?
Yeah, it was prejudice or discrimination based on someone's race, which is essentially what you said. Just instead of race, you said
Genetics,
genetic
yeah.
appearance.
Yeah.
What the definition is now is a bit longer, quite more detailed, to account for. I don't. Okay, let me not jump to conclusions, but let me just read the definition. Let me just see what you have to say about it. I find this very interesting.
And Tevin's back.
Yes, I am.
He went on a little journey. For those
did.
who are listening on the audio platform, because we're on all streaming platforms now. Tevin's Wi-Fi cut out, but
Yeah, it's all
the show
right.
must go
It
on.
is what it is. Wi-Fi came back better than ever, getting more bandwidth
and better
than
now.
ever.
That's a bandwidth.
That's how you measure Wi-Fi, isn't it? Bandwidth, whatever. Bandwidth,
Yeah.
whatever the correct,
Bandwidth.
whatever the correct term is.
I don't know. I don't work for Wi-Fi. Anyway, let's get back into the podcast then.
Indeed.
I believe,
Indeed.
unless I'm wrong, I believe you're talking about the Oxford Dictionary definition.
Yes. Do you remember that definition? It's pretty hefty.
The
I don't
long.
necessarily wanna
It's
have to
hefty.
say it.
It's long.
Yeah.
Oh, pause. But I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Understandable. So what it says is prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized. That is a big step up, is what I was making. My whole point was that was a big step up given the unprecedented circumstances, which aren't really that unprecedented because they've been happening for a very long time. Black people been
Make a
dying.
fair point.
So now they just have
People
to
are
change
just
the
finding
definition.
out.
I don't know. It's like black people
We're
just
just
came.
finding.
We
It's
just
so crazy.
existed,
Hundreds,
We just
hundreds
came out
and
of
hundreds
nowhere.
of years later.
We
It's so
just
crazy,
came out of
right?
nowhere.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. A positive guy like me talking sad, but all I really wanted was a dad.
It's been a year.
I'll never forget that poem. I've heard you say it too many times.
That's the only part of the poem that they will remember.
Yes.
Anyway, continue.
that part. But the whole point that I was trying to my whole point for breaking this up is that it's such a step up from the definition that was before, which is similar to the definition that you said, as I said a bit ago before my Wi-Fi decided to fall asleep on me. What I was saying was your definition is more in line with the old definition, which is prejudice or discrimination based on based on race, not a certain anything. Prejudice or discrimination based on race, like that's it, right? And it steps up to this, and I find this interesting because by antagonism, which is just antagonization, all that kind of brings in the whole recent situation I've even seen with the Karens and all that, like using your racial power in a sense to endanger somebody else or to put somebody else's life in danger or livelihood in danger, stuff like that. And that's more like antagonism. That's not. It is discrimination in a sense, but antagonism more accurately describes that act, the act of the stereotypical Karen, as the internet has deemed the term. That steps in line with that. So that's an interesting addition. I feel like is obviously there's no data to back this, but I feel like it's more represented from that act or takes directly from that act is why they added that. After seeing more things like this happen publicly, because things like this have been happening. And the prejudice and discrimination part, that was already there, of course. Directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership or of a particular racial or ethnic group. racial or ethnic group is very interesting. Because ethnic group, we're part of two different ethnic groups. You're African, I'm Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
As far as my understanding. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Page me later. Because right now you can't page me because you're not here. Page me later though. But as far as I understand it, we're part of the same racial group because I have African heritage and you're African. But we're part of different ethnic groups. As far as I understand it, could be wrong.
Okay. Okay.
So that particular edition is interesting. And then the membership. Membership is an interesting word, isn't it? And I'm just picking this apart, just thinking about it. Because membership is an interesting word to me. It stands out to me because everything, like the connotation with the word membership. You buy in to be a member, right?
Yeah.
You're not born a member of anything. Well, you can be, based on some of the definitions of the word membership, you can be, obviously. But usually when you say the word membership, it's like a gym membership. It's like, we're both members of McMaster University. I wouldn't describe myself as a member of the Black community because I am Black. That's just something that I am. I'm just within that community.
Oh, I see. So
I would consider it a membership because I didn't have to become Black. You know what I mean?
Right. That makes sense.
That's what I was thinking about.
You're born with it.
Exactly. I wouldn't think of it as a membership, right? And I'm not harping on the definition because according to some of the definitions, because remember, words have different definitions for different situations, different contexts, because English is a stupid language. Some words can have multiple definitions. Some of the definitions of membership make sense in this context, obviously. So it is correct. I'm just saying, when I think of the word membership, I wouldn't connect it with this. What do you think on that? On everything I said, I guess, because you need to speak. I haven't spoken in like 2 minutes.
No, I'm just consuming everything you said. Like, it makes sense. Like, for you to say that you're part of like a community when you're born with that certain when you were born with that certain characteristic, it would really make sense because in a way you kind of don't really have a choice because like that's who you are. That makes up your being, right? Like it makes it literally who you are, right? You're right about the whole Karen certain situation. Like it is on more on the antagonist side. It's not something that like someone's born with or like it's something that's it's a choosing what's the word I'm looking for, like a choosing action that they choose to act upon or they act with.
Chosen, but yes.
Chosen, there we go. Oh my gosh, brain.
I get what you mean. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
But how do you feel about that word though? Because
which word? The word Karen?
Yeah.
Oh, are you referring to what Andre posted on the Blacks group chat? Karen is more potent in this current day and age than the N-word. Is that?
Oh, potent. I love that word. No, yeah. I just been seeing it a lot. I've just been seeing that, not name a lot, but just like good.
Karen is a nice name. It's been a name for a long time. It's not nice anymore because of our connotation with it. But Karen's a fine name. It's existed for years.
So what do you think about like people using it?
The internet does what the internet does. It is what it is, to be honest. Like, because people like to make terms for things that don't need their terms, and they like to make secondary terms for niche situations that only happen under particular circumstances. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like to make terms for everything, just so you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no confusion.
Yeah.
When someone says the word Karen, you get an image in your mind immediately, so you're on the same page. That's why that term exists. Instead of saying, because to just say a white lady, because Karen says it. For me personally, Karen stereotypically is a white woman that is using her race to make the life of a minority group or someone else more difficult because she can. Simply because she's able to. There's the systems in place that benefit her doing that. She just does it. And of course, the person that she's doing it to is in no way endangering her life or doing anything to antagonize her in return. She just does it. because she's allowed to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the why not argument. You just do things because you can. Kind of a stupid argument because then, murder is okay because why not? Anything is okay because why not? But yeah, I digress from that.
I see what you mean. Like, I feel like regarding like the usage of the word, I don't think that word would even become a thing if there wasn't a lot of issues within the black community, within the oppression, within the discrimination. So
if it didn't happen so much, because the thing is, I've seen multiple. We'll get on this later. I've recently started to see less videos on the subject. But yes, I've seen multiple videos, multiple situations, multiple different circumstances where you fit the definition, you fit the social definition of the term Karen. I've seen multiple people fit that definition in multiple different situations. And I can't blame the internet for making a term that fits a very specific niche situation. Because sometimes terms like that can help. Because you know what I mean? Because it requires less speaking. It's just like slang or any colloquialism of any culture, place, or whatever. It's using less to say more. Like, I don't know about you, but in Jamaican patois, we can say an entire sentence in like 3 sounds.
I know exactly.
And those 3 sounds can mean 100 different things. And me, as a child, hearing my parent use these sounds, have to, based on the context that we're in, translate what they're saying into my understanding. Because you're not taught broken English. You're not like I know you have your own broken English and you have your own version of this as an African. You're not taught that. You're just thrown in there.
You just know
use
it.
You know. Yes.
You just know
it just
it's
happens.
like slang. It's like slang. You just know it.
Yeah, that's why I use that example. So I don't really have a problem with the term, me personally. Obviously, that's easy for me to say as someone that doesn't fit that category. I don't care. I don't care. But I don't think it's worth making a big deal out of it, because you making a big deal out of it as someone that might fit that category is proving that category. Feeling like just because you feel a certain way does not mean that the world has to bend to how you feel. Just, you know what I mean? Just because you feel threatened because there's someone of a different race or a male walking towards you, does that mean that you immediately call the police when that male is not threatening you in any way, shape, or form? You know what I mean? Just because you feel that does not mean that the world and reality bends to your will. So, you feeling like the word is hurtful, you feeling like the word is painful, you're allowed to feel that. You feel you. You do you, fam. But I don't have to care. The world doesn't have to care. We don't have to stop. Well, people should be nice. Right. People should be nice, obviously, but people aren't mean. So, like, I don't think it should not be a surprise that you're being made fun of when you're doing something that's worthy of being made fun of and worthy of being belittled. Because you're belittling other people, getting your own treatment, basically. Basically getting bullied for bullying other people. If you fit the term.
Yeah, that wouldn't occur if there wasn't a lot of discrimination going on, which led it's like with the whole riot situation during the protests. People are getting mad with the riots happening, and again, I don't condone riots, but again, like, it wouldn't occur if justice wasn't served in certain points and problems within the black community. So this is just, it's like human. It's like, bro, this is exactly of what's going on with the Karen and the riots and so many other problems. Not problems, but like so many other ways of voicing opinions and voicing ourselves in the black community is the literally equivalent, not in a sense of black people are a bunch of crybabies, but it's really like when a baby needs food, but that mother or father or whoever's taking care of the baby at that time does not understand that the baby needs food, but the baby is literally starving, so the baby can't talk, or whatever, how the baby's talking their goo goo gaga language. That father, mother does not understand that, I need food. I'm saying goo goo gaga, I need food. So, okay, you don't understand goo goo gaga? Okay, I'm gonna scream. Okay, you don't understand, I'm gonna scream? Okay, I'm gonna cry. Okay, you don't understand, I'm gonna cry? I'm gonna throw stuff all over the place. Okay, you don't, they're just doing all these things until the father, mother, like, oh shoot, I think the baby's hungry. Let's feed the baby, right? So it's
kind of feeding motion.
I didn't realize that.
Feeding motion is that? You're stabbing the baby with the food. What type of
But again, like, you know how, Tevin, you know how people are gonna twist my words. Oh, Brian's saying black people are a bunch of crybabies. No. I hate that I always have to use disclaimers. No. But again, this is just a way to figure out, just like, bro, all these videos saying, what else works? We do this, we stay good. That's not working, still oppression. Okay, we get jobs, we get smart, we become the top of our class in academics. That doesn't work either. So like, what else do we need to do to fix the problem? Do we have to call you, do we have to say other words, other names? People are saying the Karen word is worse than the N word. And I'm just like,
that argument is nonsensical because there's no historical damage to the group that fits the definition Karen. There is no history of damage being done to that people solely because they're part of that group. You know what I mean?
Like,
it's like people are forgetting they're forgetting. Okay, I don't even want to say slavery first because everyone always says slavery first. They're forgetting before slavery, when we were being traded like a piece of property, before we even got to the Americas, for guns and stuff like that, and people want to use the words of like, oh, Africans were trading other Africans. People also need to remember that Africa is a continent. Greeks were trading Romans. Like, just because they're both from that area does not mean they're the same people. People need to remember that. Africa has a lot of countries. If Brian is a part of some other country, and I'm a part of this country, I don't care what happens to Brian. So yes, if we go to war and he's a prisoner of war, I'm going to trade him. Because the whole ideology of black people being one group of people only exists. It only exists because we've all been oppressed. We can all relate to that oppression. That's why black people have this whole community aspect to them as a whole. Even if you're African, even though I'm Caribbean, there's always a community aspect of being black. We both suffered a common pain that did not exist before slavery, right? Me trading somebody of a different country wouldn't register to me, like, wouldn't matter. Just like we don't necessarily care. We do now because as a whole, the world has gotten more emotional and cares more. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, obviously. You should care for other countries, you should care for other people, but that did not exist like a couple hundred years ago. When I say a couple, I'm probably only talking like 500 years ago. So people also like to act like it didn't just happen. Like, people also want to forget that we didn't just get rights. Like, that didn't just happen. And I use just liberally because it didn't happen in my lifetime, it happened before my lifetime. But in the grand scheme of how old countries are and how old humanity is, it kind of just happened. A lot of things just happened, to be fair, but whatever. Yeah. And yeah, I have nothing else to say about the whole Karen situation, to be honest. It would be helpful if we had someone to argue the other points, because we're both agreeing. We can't really poke holes in each other's arguments.
Of course. We're always open to have people on the podcast and again address. What's my catchphrase? I even forgot. Bring awareness to various topics. Bring awareness to various topics and issues. We're not here to take one side and be like, this is good, this is bad. But we're just here to bring awareness of people's opinions, people's feelings.
Yes.
What is technically right for the human race? Like, is really taking someone's life and treating it to another family a good thing?
Yeah, does that morally make sense to you?
Like, is it really okay?
Whatever, people were doing it. Just because people jump off a cliff, or you're gonna jump off a cliff, but whatever,
Like, is it really okay to arrest somebody because they wanted to have free will? Like, is that really a bad thing? Like, again, I don't want to go on a whole spiel again because we have other things to address in this podcast. But again, like, we're just trying to bring awareness, trying to come to a common ground, come to a common understanding. Because no matter whether you call someone the N word, whether you call someone the K word, whether you call someone any insult or
don't
anything,
say the K word. Don't do that. Say Karen. We're not
Karen,
doing that.
Karen?
We're not.
Crazy.
I'm not like that.
I see why. Whether you say any of those things, at the end of the day, there's one common belief that all humans. Well,
that was the argument, wasn't it? That we weren't human. That was the argument. if there
Don't
was
go on the spiel. Don't go on the spiel. Don't go on the spiel. Don't go on the spiel. Anyway, the one common bond that humans have is that A, we want to live. We want to live. We want to have a better life, and we want to have a happier and peaceful life. So, if we all bring awareness, educate ourselves, come to a common understanding, and realize what is the best, not what is the best scenario for ourselves, for our own ego. So like, I want to be right with this. Forget who's right or who's wrong. What is best for the human race? Stop trying to feel like that's what's going on. A lot of people are trying to justify their own points just so they can feel the satisfaction of being right. Who cares who's right or who's wrong? It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong, and the whole human race is extinct because everybody wants to go to war with each other for no reason. It's that simple. Like, are you really gonna be a part of the extinction of the human race? Or
sorry to interrupt you. I'm only laughing because you shouldn't have to say any of this. This is just stupid. This is a stupid conversation to have to rationalize human life.
There's so many bigger problems. There's so many bigger problems going on.
Imagine what we could get accomplished if this was.
Imagine what people are saying. Poverty, domestic abuse, problems, and so many things in the world, like pollution, natural disasters, so many problems. Yes, there's so many problems that we have to fix right now, but the first solution we have to provide is fixing the many problems and oppression and discrimination that is going on in the BIPOC community.
Yeah, I know what you mean for sure. But a lot of those problems based on back then, based on what happened in the past. And a lot of the systems are in place to still keep people, oppressed, keep people in check. Maybe not purposefully. Let's be optimistic here. Let's hope that, humans generally are good people, as I like to say. Even if that's the case, the systems that we have today are based in a time in which people were considered humans. And those systems are not changed, or not affected, or not altered, or not revised, or not edited, at least. Not edited, then it's likely that they'll still have the same outcome that they had back then. You know what I mean? Systems back then were meant to oppress people. If they're not edited or revised, then they could continue to oppress people. It makes sense because that's what they were designed to do. And then that leads us into our first, major block of a topic: systemic racism. That's the first block of things that we're going to be talking about. Okay. What do you know about systemic racism and people of minority? Let me use what the Oxford Dictionary definition says. People of a member of a particular racial or ethnic group. What do you think about those people when it comes to systemic racism, how they're treated in the systems that we live in? Let's stick with North America, because I don't know the systems of other countries, other third world countries, other first world countries, and other continents. I'm not really familiar. So let's stick with America and Canada, because I do kind of know about those systems. So, take it away.
I would say I don't know that many different, I don't know how many systems you would say there are in the world regarding, like, there's work, school, I don't know exactly how many systems there are.
Yeah.
But the best thing I can really say is really school. Like, I cannot forget all these conversations I've had recently about how going into high school, which is basically not the make or break, but the make or break of your direction for the next lifetime, really, because high school is such a crazy time, not because it's high school, but it's because it's during the the time you're going through puberty, which means that's where you're really okay. So yeah, that's the time where you're really figuring out your body, what you like, what you don't like, what you're into, what you're not into, all these things. And if you go into high school with the mindset that you're gonna fail, it's hard for you to kind of get yourself out of that. So I would have all these conversations with people saying, oh, going into high school, many black people are shoved into for at least Canada or Ontario, there's locally developed applied academic and AP. You can kind of tell the range of how smart people are in academics based on that level. People will go into high school somewhat forced to go into the locally developed and applied based on their elementary grades and whatnot. And to an extent, that is understandable because that's what high schools receive and that's what they suggest. But I just feel like the system, and based on the conversations I've had recently, the system is basically trying to bring them down in a way and force them into this locally developed and applied, treat them like that indirectly as they're bad kids who just don't take school seriously, and try not to.
Roundtable, 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 roundtable. Kinggsz, you didn't know I was the best ever. My favorite number 4 because I'm forever. Roundtable gang, do you wanna be a member? We celebrate every time we come together. I would rather effort them for you to lie to me. Honestly, over someone